What's going on, my fellow miners? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to talk about EverRise. Why? Because I hold EverRise, and it's an exciting day for EverRise. It has been pumping like crazy. If you guys don't know what EverRise is, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to show you the website so we can go ahead and discuss EverRise and take a look at the massive gains that the coin has been going through today. Before we begin, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you guys are new, all of that stuff. Let me know down in the comment section, do you hold EverRise? If you don't, that's okay. I'm not here to convince you to hold EverRise. I'm here to talk about it. I'm not a financial advisor. You do your own research, make your own decisions before you invest in any project or any coin or any token. Okay, with that being said, let me know down in the comment section if you hold EverRise, and if you don't, what other coins do you do that are just kind of obscure or not well known yet? Let me know. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. There's a lot of you guys who are not yet subscribed. On our way to 5,000 subs, I'd like to hit that before the end of the year. Let's go ahead and switch it over. Let's take a look at the website and everything else that is EverRise. So we've discussed EverRise before on the channel. And EverRise, if you don't know, is a buyback hyperdeflationary token, as you can see right here. Now, what that means is whenever there's a transaction that's done regarding EverRise, you get paid in EverRise. So if you've been holding EverRise, your bags of EverRise grow just from holding the coin or holding the token. Now, depending on how much you hold, it will change on how much you get paid in the coin. I myself am holding 1 billion tokens. I didn't start at 1 billion tokens. I started, I think it was around like 600,000 tokens, but I've been holding it for so long at this point that it almost feels like a year. It hasn't been a year. I think the coin released in May, and that's when I bought in. But anyways, I've been holding it for a while, and so now I'm up to 1 billion tokens. I did buy a couple more here and there, and I would like to hold more. I really like this project. The thing about EverRise, it's actually going to get away from the buyback program or system that it has in the token. But we're going to get into that towards, not the end, but a little bit later on. Let's take a look at EverRise so you guys can get an introduction on it and understand what it is. I'll leave a link to the website down below for you guys to check out. This isn't the first time that we talked about it. We've talked about EverRise before. I mentioned in a prior video about coins that I would like to see pump during this cycle because, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything's pumping again. And EverRise was one of those tokens that, or, you know, projects that I mentioned I wanted to see start pumping. And lo and behold, it is now pumping massively. So, looking at the website here, EverRise Token is a collateralized cryptocurrency that grants investors holding Rise instant rewards on all transactions and protects them with its unique buyback and burn protocol. So there is a burn process when it comes to EverRise. Whenever the transaction is done, it burns tokens and pays the holders a percentage of the token that, or a percentage of the EverRise that was transacted. All right, so how does EverRise work? EverRise is establishing the new standard of DeFi tokenomics with its innovative buyback and burn system and revolutionary use cases. EverRise is the first to introduce the original buyback mechanism in the cryptocurrency space, with over 1,700 tokens now including a buyback function in their tokenomics. It is clear EverRise's innovations are already revolutionizing the DeFi space. I'm not going to read all of this, but you can go ahead and read all of this. I'm just going to pick and choose here and there. So the buyback function of EverRise smart contract exchanges liquidity from the reserve liquidity pool for Rise tokens in the main liquidity pool. These tokens are automatically sent to the burn wallet. This adds value to the liquidity pool of the Rise token. So far, what is that? Trillion? Quadrillion? Million, billion, trillion. So 276, almost 277 billion tokens trillion tokens have been burned, which is 27% of the circulating supply. EverRise token holders also benefit through a 2% static reflection reward for every transaction. The buyback function. So there's what's called a Kraken system. So every time there is a sell, the Kraken will buy. So it helps to keep the price from basically dumping. So it helps it to keep it from being a pump and dump program, pump and dump scheme, which is something that's helped and saved the project as far as the price goes quite a bit. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the Kraken will raise the price. Okay, so I want to make that clear. It helps to prevent the price from dipping too much due to whales dumping, but it will not increase the price or the value of the token. So right here you have it broken down. The EverRise Protocol, buyback, burn, and rewards. When the buyback function is turned on, the tokens are brought back from the market, resulting in an immediate effect on price. The tokens bought through buyback are immediately burned. This creates a true burn, meaning real value is exchanged for the tokens that are sent to the burn wallet. Rewards. Holders are additionally auto-staked, instantly receiving 2% of the transaction volume, and they can watch their wallets grow in real time. As I mentioned, when I first bought into EverRise, I bought in around, I think it was like 500 or 600 million tokens. Now I am at 1 billion tokens, and that is due to the reflections. That is due to the transaction, the 2% auto staking that's in EverRise. And then again, like I said, I did buy some more here and there. Transaction fee breakdown: 8% rewards to holders, direct rise redistribution, 3% project sustainability enhancements, operations and marketing, 0% strategic buyback for buyback from market and burn. So you can go, if you want to acquire EverRise, you can use Trust Wallet, you can use MetaMask. Basically, you do it through Pancake Swap using BNB. They also allow you to use Ethereum, but I would not recommend doing that as the fees are very high. Also, fees are pretty high on Trust Wallet as well. I actually started with Trust Wallet, but I swapped my tokens over to MetaMask, and I'm using MetaMask to be able to buy and hold my tokens. Use whatever wallet you want to use if you are buying into EverRise. So there is an ecosystem, as you see right here. There's an ecosystem with EverRise. They have an EverOwn project, which is actually really cool. Where's the link? They don't have the link here. I'll have to pull it up in a second. EverOwn is basically, well, I'll read it here. EverOwn community contract ownership. EverOwn increases projects' longevity by allowing renounced contract evolution with fixes and improvements through community voting. It also gives owners the ability to add a second owner to the contract. Basically, these are for projects. The projects go to the community, and the community, if the creator or owner, original owner, wants to buy or wants to get their project back or whatever, the community will vote on that. EverWallet ensures that you and only you will have access to your tokens and without the additional concerns that arise from losing your hardware wallet. Plus, see accurate DeFi prices. EverSwap, security first DeFi trading. I actually haven't used EverSwap. There's EverSale, which is, I'm not sure if this is ready to go yet. There's still a lot of things that they are implementing into the project. The project, like I said, has been going on since around May, which is really cool to see them doing that. What I like is that you have all the information about the team. You have all the information about everything on the website. So like I said, if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out for yourself. Now, EverRise, going on to CoinGecko. It has been pumping like crazy these past 24 hours. We have seen a rise of EverRise rise. We've seen a rise of, I think, about, what is it, 37% in the past 24 hours. This is insane to see on this kind of token. And there's a reason for this. There is a reason, and we will discuss it. Let's go ahead to year to date. Okay, so it looks like year to date. Okay, so this is going back to when it first started, which was back in June. I remember buying in close to May. Maybe I'm just not remembering that properly. But either way, it is now at all-time highs. It blew past what the all-time highs were. I bought around the dip around here. Maybe it was in June, I guess. I thought it was back in May. Either way, I bought in very early. I bought in when it was very, very cheap. I spent like, I think it was like $19, $20. I think it was like after they take out the gas fees, I think it was like $18, which got me around the 500, 600,000, 600 million EverRise tokens. Now that that value is way above what it was initially. It's now again, I don't have, like, I'm not a massive whale in this or anything, right? So I only have a billion tokens. That is not really that much when you consider how many tokens are in the supply. Okay. So just keep that in mind. My value of EverRise went from, let's say, $20 to now $125. Now I want it to keep going. I will keep investing in EverRise here and there. But I wanted to talk about this because this is the type of gains that you want to see in a project that you buy in early, which this is what's really interesting. So right here you have where everyone's buying in. This is the trading volume right here, right? You haven't really seen too much of it during this time where the price wasn't really doing anything. It was kind of just static, consolidating. Now we're seeing people buy in again, and because people are buying in, we're seeing the price skyrocket. Now, what's going on with EverRise? EverRise is actually going to be going to a version 2 of the token, which is going to be taking away the buyback program. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up so that way we can talk about this. So EverRise version 2 was announced back in October. So October 14th. So almost a month ago, they announced EverRise version 2. EverRise version 2, we're going to go ahead and read this. Let's see. We wanted to bring EverRise cross-chains to make our suite of D apps accessible on as many blockchains as possible. Let's see where we go to. Okay, so we are accelerating the development of EverRise 2.0 with a target completion of mid to quarter 4 2021, which is what we're into right now. This is where EverRise is changing. So EverRise, let's see, an upgraded EverRise contract provides us the opportunity to properly launch across multiple chains while making significant improvements in our tokenomics, buyback protocol, and utility. Some improvements that will be coming with our updated contract, consolidating the total supply of RISE to 72 billion. Okay, so 72 billion RISE. Reducing the taxes from 11% to 6% across all chains. Removal of reflections. So the taxes right here, this is if you're moving your EverRise from wallet to wallet. So, or just in general, right? If you're selling EverRise, if you're getting whatever. So the taxes right now is 11% of your EverRise wallet. So if you trade or if you send EverRise from Trust Wallet to MetaMask, it will charge you 11% of your EverRise, which will then, part of it will go to burn and part of it will then go to other holders. So keep that in mind, but they're going to reduce it to 6%, which is fantastic. Removal of reflections and burn mechanisms. So this is where we get into what we were talking about, where they are going to be removing the reflections and burn, but they are adding a staking to EverRise, which I am 100% okay with this because this is a project that I plan on investing in for a while. I don't plan on getting rid of my EverRise. I want to see more and more gains as they burn through more and more zeros, which is what they did today. Today, in 24 hours, in a 24-hour period, they killed a zero, and they're still climbing. This is what I want to see. This is what we want to see in a project. We want to see a project that feels stable. And the fact that they are going to add staking, it's even better. I can't wait for that. Upgraded buyback protocol, buyback and staking. Automatic buybacks for all RISE pairings. Ability to swap native coins for stable coins and other cryptocurrencies for the buyback to strategic reserves. This right here is important too, because right now, if you want to sell your EverRise, the only way to do it is you got to swap it for like BNB or another token, or Ethereum if you're doing it on the Ethereum network. Again, I don't recommend that. So the fact that they're going to be allowing, or they're working to allow us to swap for stable coins like USDT, maybe BUSD, things like that, or other cryptocurrencies, that is a very good thing to move forward to, because again, that's something that a lot of these kind of tokens that aren't on exchanges, they lack. They lack the ability to exchange for stable coins, or they lack the ability to exchange for fiat and things like that. Because how else are you going to be able to take profits? The only way to do that is to exchange it for a different coin and then sell that coin. If that coin is on an exchange. So our goal is to create one token with a single supply that can exist on endless chains with balanced liquidity pools. Upgrading the EverRise contract provides us with this opportunity. We'll be launching the upgraded contract on a minimum of 3 chains with the same liquidity across all chains: Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, and Polygon. So right now, personally, I use the Binance Smart Chain, but again, if you want to use Ethereum or Polygon, you can. If everything goes plans, we'll be adding Avalanche to the list of chains too. That's interesting. I've been looking at Avalanche lately. Haven't invested in it yet, but I've been looking at it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about that if I feel like I want to invest in Avalanche chains. EverBridge for DeFi. After seeing the success of EverBridge's transferring mechanism with an average transfer time of 10 seconds, we decided to expand on EverBridge's functionality. With EverRise version 2.0 and the balanced liquidity pools, investors will be able to transfer the native coins on each chain that EverRise version 2.0 is on via EverBridge. For example, someone utilizing EverBridge on Binance chain will be able to transfer BNB for ETH using EverBridge. That is really cool. That is really cool. Using EverBridge with low transaction fees and the fastest transfer speeds that are currently commercially available. EverRise 2.0 will serve as a utility token for cross-chain transfers. The only concern I have here is anytime you're dealing with Ethereum, it's always expensive, right? The gas fees are astronomical compared to BNB or Bitcoin or anything else that you're dealing with. So I don't know if transferring from BNB to ETH, the transaction fees will be low, but if you want to transfer from ETH to BNB, it's going to be high. I don't know. That's something that we're going to have to look at once that goes live. So for version 1 Rise holders, current Rise holders do not need to sell their tokens in order to get the upgraded tokens, as we will be releasing a new DApp concurrently with our version 2 launch that will allow Rise holders to swap their old Rise tokens for the updated version 2 tokens. Holders that choose to swap to the updated contract will be able to begin staking prior to version 2 launch. Holders will be able to utilize EverBridge upon launch to go cross-chain. In addition, we'll be expediting the development of EverSale to serve as our pre-sale platform for the version 2 tokens if it is decided that a pre-sale is necessary. We are incredibly excited to begin our EverRise 2.0 journey and will be sharing more information and development updates in the coming weeks. I can't wait for this. This is why I'm trying to get more EverRise. This is why, because of the staking. I love staking. I do. I absolutely love staking. This is what I want to do, because staking is what will get us to financial freedom, right? Staking and passive income. So that's why we mine coins. That's why we stake coins. That's why we add coins to liquidity pools and things like that, because we want to have that passive income. We want to gain more financial freedom and more money. That's that. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Some of you guys want Lambos. I want to pay off my house. That's what I want. One of the things. I don't want a Lambo. I want a Supra or a FDRX7. That would be nice too. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll leave the links for EverRise, the website, down below, and their Twitter account. Follow them on Twitter. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys are new. Let's rise together. And everybody, I mean, we're not talking about mining so much, but happy mining.